Starting a side hustle is a great way to bring in extra cash alongside your job at the end of each month. However, finding the right side hustle can be a real pain, so in this video, I'm going to lay out pretty much every viable side hustle that you can possibly do. There's something for everyone on this list, so whether you're a wordsmith or a manual laborer, you'll want to keep watching. And with that being said, let's take a look at the top side hustles you can start this year. Whilst doing research for this video, I came across a mind-blowing statistic. Did you know that Google, the fourth largest company in the world, has more freelancers than permanent employees? I want you to think about that for a second, because freelancing is the direction that employers are moving to. So you've got to get on board now. I mean, let me explain how. So freelancing is basically where you offer services to businesses, and this covers literally anything from social media management to YouTube script writing. So if you've got a skill, you can monetize it and start earning money quickly. The way you go about finding work is pretty simple too. There are dedicated sites like Upwork, People Per Hour, and freelancer.com that allow you to create a profile and bid for jobs set by clients. Now, it's going to take a little while for you to start hearing back from prospects and getting work, because when you start out, you won't have any past experience, testimonials, or a portfolio, but you can build that using a secret little strategy I'll share a bit later. To make starting out a little easier though, consider offering your work for free in exchange for a few testimonials. And then once your profile looks more professional, monetize your services and start watching the money roll in, or even just start with really low prices and over time increase your prices. Because if you're serious about freelancing, I want you to make a promise to yourself, okay? Apply to 10 jobs every day until you land 3 to 4 clients. And if you can stick to this principle, you're going to earn a lot of money from freelancing. Let me tell you something. Thumbnails are the secret key to a YouTube channel success. You might assume it's the quality of the video or the person in front of the camera, but think about it for a second. To actually click on the video and experience the quality and information, you have to be interested in the thumbnail. And trust me, I mean, YouTube channels know this and they're willing to pay thumbnail designers a lot of money. I mean, get this, Mr. Beast pays his thumbnail designers about $10,000 per video. So when I say there is a lot of money in thumbnail design, I'm really not joking. To get into thumbnail design, you're first going to need some clients. To get your hands on a few, I recommend you reach out to YouTubers with, say, under 100,000 subscribers and offer to design their thumbnails for them. Sweeten the offer with even a few free designs and you'll start getting a few clients in no time. When it comes to actually designing the thumbnail, it's going to take some trial and error, but there are a few tools that you can use to make the process a little easier. If you use a website like Canva, all the formatting will be done for you, and you can easily just look at all of these tutorials on YouTube on how to design thumbnails, and you'll get good at it pretty quickly with a little bit of practice. You're going to learn what works and you'll be able to start charging more for your services over time. Copywriting is one of my favorite ways to make money online, and I'd like to share a story about how I found out about the side hustle. So I first read it on this random blog way back in the day, and it literally changed my life. So Gary Dahl was an aspiring entrepreneur and did freelance copywriting for a living, and he made an okay living, okay? But one day he decided to sell his own product, and let me tell you, his product wasn't anything fancy. I mean, the guy was selling rocks, but through the power of copy, he was able to sell close to $1 million in revenue in a single month. Oh, and by the way, each rock sold for less than $4, okay? That's the power of copywriting. And if you want to earn some serious money this year, I can't recommend this side hustle enough. To land your first copywriting client, you're going to want to build a prospect list of a bunch of local businesses in your area across a wide range of niches. And once you've done this, send them a personalized email explaining who you are and what value you can bring to their business. Then once you've got a few replies, you can negotiate retainers and literally earn a full-time income in your evenings. And the services that you can offer are basically unlimited. You can handle a business's email marketing, social media ads, blog content, Google ads, landing pages, sales letters, even videos, okay? The possibilities are literally endless. This skill is so valuable because it'll teach you how to engage with an audience and how to sell. These skills are going to pay dividends if you ever start your own business as well, because if you can sell, you don't need to have an entirely unique or groundbreaking product. So if you're just starting out in your money-making journey, it's a good idea to learn copywriting, not only for the income, but also of the lifelong skills that you'll develop. You might not know it, but when you buy a product, there's a good chance that it made someone other than the business you brought it from a lot of money. How? Through affiliate marketing. To put this into perspective, let me tell you that 81% of advertisers and 84% of publishers in the United States have turned to affiliate marketing. Oh, and according to Awin, affiliates made $1.3 billion from commissions just last year. That's how much potential there is to earn money through affiliate marketing. But now you're probably asking what affiliate marketing actually is. Well, it's basically where you sell someone else's product and earn a commission for every sale that you make. So this means that you can earn profit from a product without ever actually creating a product. Pretty crazy, right? The way that you go about promoting your affiliate links is really up to you. The possibilities are virtually endless, but if you're just starting out, I'd recommend you start a blog. This will help you build an audience that will trust you so that when you start recommending products, they'll be more likely to buy. Just remember to provide value before you start asking your audience to buy stuff, and if you can, promote higher ticket items so you can earn more money per sale. If I could only ever start one business or side hustle, I'm going to be honest, it would be a drop servicing business. It's simple and efficient, and there's unlimited opportunity to scale and grow your wealth. You just have to look at the kind of revenue some of these businesses are making. And obviously I'm a bit biased. This is how I got started with online business, how I make my money to this day. And I also teach other people how to build these businesses. But for instance, marketing company Socially In charges $20,000 per month minimum per project, and they take on several clients at a time. So drop servicing is basically where you offer to work with businesses by cold outreach, for example, as I mentioned a moment ago, and then outsource that work to a freelancer on a site like Fiverr or Upwork. And the great thing about drop servicing is your profit margins are huge because you hire freelancers in cheaper countries, but pay them a good price for their country. They're happy with it, and you can charge clients a lot of money in rich countries because for the clients it's actually a lower price, but for you it's a lot of money. Other great thing about drop servicing is that you can choose any niche you want. So if you love copywriting, you can offer copywriting services. If you love video editing, go for that. And you could even offer to take care of a business's entire marketing structure and hire different freelancers for video editing, social media content, etc. Oh, and if you're interested in starting your own drop servicing business, check out the first link in the description below this video. I'm giving out free training to anyone serious about their financial future, and I'll teach you literally everything you need to know to get started with drop servicing in that free training. I don't know about you, but whenever I book a trip abroad, I hardly ever think about booking a hotel anymore. My first choice is always Airbnb. It's cheaper than hotels, and the rooms are generally much nicer. Airbnb is such a huge market right now, and so many people are earning life-changing amounts of money with their spare room. To show you how much some people are making with Airbnb, I'd like to introduce you to this guy called Ta. Now, Ta is making millions of dollars a year in profit through his Airbnb arbitrage business, and it's pretty much fully automated, meaning that he can just sit and chill whilst his bank balance grows uncontrollably. So if you're watching this video, you're probably not quite at the level of arbitrage yet, and that's okay. There are plenty of other ways to get started in this space. The easiest way is to simply list a spare room that you might have in your apartment on Airbnb. If you've got some spare space and you live in a popular destination, people are going to be jumping on that chance to have somewhere cheap to stay. Just make sure that you check with your landlord first before doing that, or your building manager. You could take this a step further and rent out an entire apartment, but instead of leaving the place as is, make it unique by building a home cinema or having a Game of Thrones theme or something interesting like that. And this way, you're going to be able to create much higher demand and charge more because your listing is so unique. And I get that this method isn't for everyone because you do need to have a bit of cash to spend up front, but if you can afford it, renting on Airbnb is one of the most profitable side hustles out there. The online tutoring space is starting to grow exponentially, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that the global private tutoring market is set to reach $201.8 billion by 2026. So right now is the perfect time to get a slice of this pie and kick your side hustle into overdrive. Starting a tutoring service is pretty awesome because it basically allows you to sell your knowledge to others. Now, when I talk about tutoring, most people probably think about academic tutoring, and that's completely fine, but I want to take a different angle in this video. So why not tutor people in your favorite hobby instead? I mean, if you love card magic, teach card magic. If you love dog training, teach people how to train their dogs. I assure you, the market is out there for anything, especially if you take your services online. And when you think about it, this model makes so much more sense than tutoring someone about math or science. For one, you're in a much better position to teach someone about something you're an actual expert in, as opposed to something that you did okay in at school. And secondly, you're gonna have so much more fun teaching people about things that you're actually interested in. And getting into into online tutoring is really much simpler than you might think. You've got a personal network, so ask around. You'll always be surprised how many people you can contact if you swallow your pride, and ask your friends and family if they even know someone. Or you can join groups on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever it might be. And once you've actually gone out there and started to reach out to other people, you can grow your network even further. So going on those groups or using other sites like Superprof, the possibilities are endless. Now, dropshipping is one of the riskiest side hustles to start on this list, but if you get it right, it can make you so much money. I mean, one of my best friends was doing dropshipping for a long time. He was making $4,000 profit a day at one point. And I still see many entrepreneurs today making good money with dropshipping, earning more than their parents. And this is a great one to start if you want to earn money, but you don't want to put yourself out there on social media or YouTube, whatever it may be. For instance, when she was 19 years old, a girl called Emma Cunningham earned over $1 million in her first year of dropshipping alone. And right now she's making, I think, multiple 7 figures every year from dropshipping. So if you can put in the work, a dropshipping side hustle can make you a lot of money. It can replace your full-time income in just a few months if done right, but you need to choose the right strategy. Selling these generic products doesn't really work these days. Most people, I think, are doing higher ticket items these days, the most profitable ones, and also branding as well is super key these days. But the basic formula for dropshipping is to find a product from a wholesale site like Alibaba, then promote that product on a website and social media for a higher price. Fulfill the orders and keep the difference. And it's hard to find a product that sells, but once you do, the money will roll in quicker than you could imagine. Oh, and the best part, you never even need to see the product. If a business has any chance of success in 2023, it needs to have an online presence. To put this into perspective, a recent survey found that 9 in 10 businesses found that social media marketing was a significant contributor to their sales. But here's the thing, okay? A lot of small business owners don't have the time or the money to worry about posting on TikTok twice a day at the right time to trick the algorithm and get more followers. You can provide value to these 1 in 10 businesses by offering to manage their social channels for them in exchange for a weekly or monthly fee. So the great thing about this is it's recurring income because you're signing them up to pay you month after month for your service. And social media management covers everything from creating content to posting it to studying analytics and preparing a content plan. The more work you do, the more money you can charge. And you don't need to be an expert. I mean, you can hire a freelancer to do it for you. In that case, it would become a drop servicing social media agency. But as long as you've used social media, you're going to have a better clue of how to reach an audience than a lot of business owners. I mean, trust me, I've seen how these guys work, and 99% of people don't know how social media works at all. So to put the potential value of an email newsletter into perspective, I'd like to share a quick story with you, because during his time at university, Alex Lieberman started a newsletter that was later named Morning Brew. Fast forward a few years, and he sold his newsletter for $75 million. Yeah, let that sink in. An email newsletter sold for $75 million. So growing an email newsletter is going to take a while, but the process is pretty simple. Just sign up on a platform like MailChimp and start posting content whenever you can. It's best to pick a niche that actually, interests you, because you're going to be writing about it a lot, otherwise you're never going to be consistent with it if you don't like it. Then as your audience grows, you'll be able to monetize with affiliate links, partnerships, or even promoting your own product. And maybe one day you'll be able to sell your newsletter for 6 or 7 figures. So if you love writing, starting a blog is a great side hustle to begin. All you need is a laptop and a topic that you're passionate about, and you can actually get started, because content writing differs from copywriting, because instead of trying to sell something directly, you're just trying to deliver information and convey your opinion. So monetization comes once you've grown an audience. A lot of bloggers sign up for different affiliate schemes, for example, which is a pretty good place to start. But the great thing about starting a blog is that it's very cheap to run. You can set up a website for like $50, and then you can post content to your heart's content. You also don't have to put your face on the internet, meaning you can make money without anyone ever knowing who you are. So blogging is also a great way to learn how to connect with an audience, which is a skill that can translate to a lot of money for you in your future side hustles and businesses. For example, the blog blog, TechCrunch, sold for $30 million after just 5 years of content creation, and the developers didn't really do anything crazy. They just posted regularly, connected with their audience, and monetized where they could. So just imagine what you could sell a blog for if you actually stayed consistent with it. If you're not a natural writer, why not grow an audience via YouTube? YouTube is one of the biggest media platforms in the world, and if you can put the time, effort, and energy into creating high quality videos that provide actual value to an audience, then you're going to make money. There are almost endless examples of YouTube millionaires for me to pick from. I mean, take a look at Mr. Beast once again. Last year, this guy made a reported $110 million from YouTube alone. Other influencers like KSI, Logan Paul have been able to use their presence on YouTube to launch a drinks brand that's now worth in the region of $1 billion. So when you start out your channel, your content is probably going to be terrible, but as you gain more experience and start to learn what works, people are going to be more interested in what you have to say. And once you've got an audience's attention, you'll be able to make a profit. Selling a product is a bread and butter of business, right? However, so many people shy away from starting a product-based side hustle because they think it's far too risky or they're not clever enough to come up with something that will sell. Well, here's the thing. You don't have to be the next Steve Jobs to launch a successful product, okay? You don't even need to create a physical product. I mean, I've seen people earn hundreds of thousands of dollars from selling simple online templates and ebooks. Take Katya Verbanova, for example. She made $1.4 million by selling Canva templates by working just 10 hours a week. So building a product isn't as hard as you might think. If you're a student, create some revision templates that other students could use to save time. I mean, if you're an accountant, design a template to help others manage their books. If you're a builder, develop a product to stop other builders' jeans from slipping down all the time. What I'm trying to show you is that you don't have to reinvent the wheel to come up with a winning product. Remember that guy who sold a rock? Okay? And there's always something that you can design that will bring value to others. You just need to put the thought into it, because today it's more easy to design and create a new product than it ever has been before. The success or failure of creating a product is really going to come down to your marketing. Of course, you're going to need a decent product, but it really doesn't need to be revolutionary. You can quite easily sell an average product with stellar marketing, but it's a lot harder to make money the other way around. Look, business isn't always pretty or complex, and sometimes the tried and tested models are the most profitable, just like washing cars. Now, I'm about to share a secret with you that's going to make the side hustle infinitely more profitable. So listen up. When you do land a sale, offer to wash their car again once or twice a month for a fixed fee. This is going to turn your one-time gig into recurring income, allowing you to earn so much more money over time. And if you really want to take the side hustle to the next level, you can actually just hire an employee or two to wash the cars for you. This is going to mean that you can take a lot more work on for your company and ultimately make a lot more money. If you don't believe me, let's break it down, okay? Let's say you charge $20 per car wash. Each time you land a client, you agree to come and wash their car 2 times a month for $40. Over time, you land 50 clients, which equates to about 3 or 4 car washes a day. If you could do this, you'd be earning an extra $2,000 a month. Think of all you could do with $2,000 a month. On one final tip, go and offer to wash the most expensive cars you can find. The people who own these are more likely to give good tips, and if you can land a connection with someone who owns a Ferrari, well, that's just a bonus, right? If you're good with your hands, TaskRabbit is an awesome side hustle to start this year. TaskRabbit is an app that connects people who need manual labor jobs done with people who can actually do manual labor, and this includes everything from assembling furniture to helping people move in. The jobs pay pretty well, and depending on where you live, there's always going to be work available. You'll typically be paid $20 to $60 depending on the project, which is pretty decent considering the work is normally pretty easy, and this is a great side hustle to build your bank balance so you can start branching out into other passive income ideas like affiliate marketing. Everyone wants to stay in shape these days, but most people don't have the knowledge or self-discipline to get themselves in shape. So if you're in shape and know a thing or two about the gym, for example, you could offer online coaching services to these people for a fee. Online coaching is generally a much better idea than in-person coaching because you can only take on so many in-person clients, right? You can take on so many more if you're just doing online calls with them, giving them courses and templates and instructions and all of these types of things, and of course Zoom calls. So if you want to see how far online coaching can take you, just look at Keto King Brandon Carter. I mean, this guy was on the poverty line working 12 hours a day for years, but then he started an online coaching business and now he's making multiple 6 figures a year and flexing his money on all of it. If you've ever watched the Gary Vee video, I'm sure you've heard the word flipping about a million times. I mean, the guy is obsessed, okay? But eBay flipping is one of the best ways for anyone to make their first dollar online, and there's actually a lot of potential to earn multiple figures per month. Take Rob and Melissa Stevenson. This couple managed to out-earn their joint full-time income by going to thrift stores and selling pretty much anything that they could find on eBay. So the premise of flipping is pretty simple. Buy a product at a low price, sell it at a high price, and keep the difference. And you can do this with literally anything from vintage clothes to cars. But if you want to stand out from the rest, I've got a few tips for you. First of all, try and improve anything. If you buy something to flip, actually, fix it if it's broken, or improve the quality of it, give it a touch up, whatever it may be. Then when you're posting it online, make the post look professional. Take professional photos of it and everything. Write professional descriptions. If you do those two things, you're going to make a lot of money with flipping. So in 2023, it would seem pretty ridiculous for any business to not have a website, right? Well, you might think so, but it's actually surprising just how many businesses don't have a website yet. In fact, a recent survey found that around 28% of small businesses have never had a website. So if you're tech savvy, you can help these guys out. And today it's simpler than ever to build a website. You can learn how to do it with template-based websites or website builders like Divi just by looking at some YouTube tutorials. So anyone can learn how to do it, and you can get good enough to build websites for locals. So one strategy to make website as a website designer and developer is to first learn all these tutorials, how to build a decent website, and then actually create a website for yourself where you focus on websites for a particular niche. So let's say you learn how to create a website, and then you're like, okay, we create websites for builders. Then all you need to do is call up or email the builders in your local area and say, hey, we are company, builders.com, and we help builders create great websites. Do you want a website? It'll be $200. They'll see your website. They'll see you have a website, looks good, and that you create websites for builders. You already have proven credibility. They'll be keen to build a website with you because everyone thinks they need a website. They just haven't gotten around to actually getting it done. And what about Uber? I mean, pay does vary between cities and times, but you can expect to earn about $9 to $11 per hour on average. And if you were to drive Uber for 4 hours a day on top of your job, that's an extra $1,100 per month before tax. So put that in an index fund and you're on your first step towards financial freedom. And trust me, I've seen people make a very comfortable living just by driving Uber in their spare time. So Uber is another great side hustle to try if you have a car to drive around. Now, TikTok might just be the most mind-numbing app on earth for business-minded people like you and me. But when it comes to marketing your services and promoting your brand, literally nothing comes close to TikTok content. It was the most downloaded app in 2022, and it generated over $800 million in consumer spending last year alone. And it has to be the highest engagement rate out of any social media app right now. You can use this to your advantage by offering content creation services to other businesses. For example, let's say a local business has a podcast with really great sound bites. You could offer to repurpose these and make them into TikToks, helping them to spread their message to more ears and get more eyes on their products and services. Alternatively, you could work on building your own TikTok profile, because once you've got your own audience that trusts you, making money is pretty easy. So you could promote your affiliate links, create digital products, or run ads on your page. The possibilities are literally endless. Now listen, if you want to learn how I personally make money online, check out the link in the description below this video to attend the free training where I teach you how to do it. Also, comment below any questions you have for me. Make sure you subscribe to this channel though. I reply to all of my subscribers personally. Like the video, share the video, and check out one of the videos you see on screen here if you want to go deeper. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.